Hi, everybody, and welcome back to G. Parker Creations Artworks. I am going to try yet another experiment. A neighbor of mine has some calla lilies that are this brilliant yellow. They're so gorgeous. And so I am going to try and do them in kind of the whole kind of the wet on wet without it being, who knows. But anyway, so that's what we're trying to do today. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and let me know that you like my work. And hit that like button so that I know you're there, so to speak. Hopefully you're not roasting in our summer heats that we have across the nation. And if you are, hopefully you have a place to cool down. And have air conditioning. We are fortunate to have air conditioning, and I love it. I think of the pioneers, and it's like, oh my gosh, how did you people survive? Because it is just crazy. But I hear that Europe doesn't really have air conditioning, and that's sad. I hear there lots of people die from it, so heat. So it's like, why? Okay, I'm kind of doing just it's almost like I'm sketching, if that makes any sense, with the brush. I'm trying to do really heavy, and then I'm going to do the leaves, because this is like this huge bushy gathering of the calla lilies. And then the leaves are these huge, almost, oh, they're like way bigger than the flowers. And they're wavy. And like it's kind of green exactly. And I'm doing this the week of 4th of July, if you end up watching this later. And hope you have great plans to celebrate this historic 4th of July. our 250th birthday, which is pretty cool. I know it's small beans compared to like many of the European countries and cities and stuff, but hey, it's a big deal for us. We're excited. I'm going to be up in the mountains doing an art show with Huntsville townspeople celebrating up by Pineview. This almost looks like a bunch of seaweed. If you ever look at the picture, it's like all these leaves just growing up, and they're all wavy. I got some more of my favorite paper because I ran out of the Layton paper that you've heard me gush over about. That's this paper. And if you have the opportunity to give it a try, I highly recommend it. It's a cold pressed, if you were wondering about which type. Because if you haven't watched my other videos, I do not like the hot pressed. And cold pressed is the one for me. Well, I don't know. Kind of. Looks like a little abstract thing going. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I don't know. This isn't really most of it's dried. So let's see. Kind of soften some of this. See if it'll go down. And some of it's gone. Okay, I gotta clean my brush out really good. Although the water's still kind of gonna have green in it, but I want to see if we can do some of it on the yellow. Go on top of the green now that I've made the green wet. I don't know, like I said, water's a little green. Probably need a clean. Okay, let's try this one down here. Tap some of that off. So it's kind of a flowy thing. Kind of looks even more like the seaweed effect, huh? And add a little bit more yellow in there. Make it a little stronger. And this paper is glued on all sides, so it's not going to warp as much with this. Dab some more. And we're going to let this dry for a minute. Okay, so I also forgot to add my little ladybug. So I'm going to add that real quick before I go any farther. I want to put it, where am I going to put it? Put it down here. And I'm going to do marker because I feel like the paint, the paper is still kind of maybe a little damp, maybe not. I tried to make sure it was dry, but I'm going to try this anyway. So, where to start? This brush pen, it's actually got a brush on the end of it. Trying to use it like a brush, it's a little new, but I think I'm liking how this is going, so. I'm actually liking how the flowers turned out better in this one than another one I did a demo of. You'll have to look it up, see if you can find it. It wasn't yellow ones. You can see what I mean about it looking like seaweed. So we now have a bunch of seaweed with calla lilies. But that's okay. It's kind of fun how it turned out. And it was kind of a fun experiment. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. And hopefully you'll come back. Remember to click that subscribe button and click the like. So let me know that you liked how this turned out today. And have a great 4th of July weekend.